Gentlemen, we are going to discuss about the classifications of living beings in the chapter 2. We note that we can see the various kinds of living beings are there in the surrounding. They have the several characters and they are different from to each other. We can see the various kinds of organisms are there in the nature. Among them, some of them are the unicellular organism, some of them are the multicellular organism, some of them are depending on the other substances that we have called heterotrophic organism, and some of them are the autotrophic organism. They never depends upon the other organism, which makes their food by themselves. So these kinds of organisms are there in our surrounding. They are exactly not same to each other in terms of their characters, in terms of their habitats, in terms of their mode of nutrition, in terms of their locomotion, and in terms of their evolution as well as their development in the natures. Therefore, they are exactly different from to each other. So we need to classify them in the biology for their proper study about to them, for their scientific study about to them. And we have the certain misconceptions throughout the world in the term of understanding as well as the recognitions. Because some of them organisms are namely in the certain places which are exactly different in the what I've said, different places. Our understanding became same. However, we are giving their name and we calling to them, they are different from the places to places, as well as the nation to nation, as well as country to country. They have the variation understanding to theirs and their name to theirs. For the uniformity in the term of their understanding as well as the naming, we need the classification about to them. So the process of classifications of living beings is called, what I have said, classification. Classification is specially doing on the basis of their dissimilarities as well as the similarities of their characters. So character are the main basis for the classification. So we can see here the process of dividing organism in the different groups on the basis of their what I have said, dissimilarity as well as the similarities that we have called what I have said, classification. Similarly, and in the story, there are generally two different systems of classifications are there in the science as well as in the field of biology. Especially in 1758 AD, Carlos Linnaeus proposed the two kingdom system. There was only two kingdom of system proposed by the what I have said, Carlos Linnaeus. That have one of them is the animals and another is what I have said, plant. Especially the organism which make their food by themselves, they are balancing within the what I have said, kingdom plantitude. And organism they totally depends upon the other organism. They are keeping in the animal kingdom. Therefore, the two systems of kingdoms of classification is not sufficient to this. That can giving the appropriate position, appropriate classification in the two kingdoms of system to their some of them organisms like bacteria, virus, fungi, and most of the protozoans as well as the unicellular organism, they are not keeping within the appropriate taxonomy as well as the taxonomy. Therefore, You know, instead of the two kingdoms of system, in 1969 AD, Howard Whittaker develops the new system of classification that able to inclusion the all kinds of organisms are classified into the appropriate position by giving 5 different systems of classification to you. Among them, the first one is the kingdom Monera, second one kingdom Protista, and third one kingdom Fungi, and fourth one kingdom Plantae, and fifth kingdom, what do I say, Animalia. As we know to that, I hope you know to that, these 3, Monera, Protista, and Fungi kingdom that have already discussed in grade 9. So in the class 10, we can discuss these remaining two different, what I have said, kingdom to this. So now, you can see various kinds of organisms are there in the nature, are there in the screen. Which of them, some of them have the common character, some of them have the several differences characters. However, they are classified on the topic, on the basis of these 5 major bases to their, among them, the complexity of cell structure. That means what kinds of cell is there in the organism. They are unicellular, multicellular, they are eukaryotic, prokaryotic. What kinds of organisms to theirs? They are classified on the major aspect, major basis is the complexity of cell structure. And another body organizers. That means what kinds of body is composing by the organism? Either they are unicellular or multicellular. So they are distributed by this process. And modern nutrition, as you know, some of them make their food by themselves, and some of them do not make them food by themselves. So the organism, they are able to make their food by themselves. They are keeping on the one of them kingdom, and some of them remaining organisms, they do not make their food by themselves. They are keeping in another kingdom. So by this way, the classifications of organisms are classified into several kingdoms to do. So the Carlos Linnaeus to see the system kingdom that proposed in 1758 AD, which is oldest form of system of classification. Still we have to study what I have said. 5 kingdoms of system to do. Among them, 3 systems of kingdom that have studied in grade 9, and still we have to study remaining 2 kingdoms briefly in the chapters.